Alright, so I just let the turkeys out, and I thought I would do a little bit of a garden catch up, just because it's been a while. Not much has really happened in the garden. I did go in and clear out a lot of the stuff that had went crazy. So the cantaloupe, cucumbers, some of the little currant tomatoes and stuff like that. I cleared some of that out yesterday, and I'm going to pull up the beets tomorrow in the celeriac. So hopefully I can come back and plant a few things for the winter. But I wanted to show you, this is kind of my secondary garden space. It is coming in very nicely. I did notice yesterday that I have a ton of aphids on this plant. But I also noticed there was a few ladybugs. Like one right there, so hopefully she has a good meal. But I don't know if you can see down there, but this is my lemongrass. That is looking great. The butterfly pea that was planted earlier is looking really good. I'm going to come out and harvest some of these wilted ones and dried ones soon. It's such a gorgeous flower. So excited about it. But everything has done really well out here. This is hibiscus. That's looking really good. My echinacea. I did have to pull up some of the echinacea that was up to the house because it had some disease and started getting a little weird. But I think this one was isolated enough that it's doing fine out here. I did lose my valerian, but I have some replacement to go in here. Then lilac's doing good. I'm going to replant those two in a more shaded area up against the elephant ears. I still have not planted my roses, but I did see that I had a wonderful smelling rose on one of them. And this was the Violet's Pride. It smells amazing. Cranberry is looking good. It hasn't done much. And then our fig is looking really good. Like, I'm surprised it's doing so well. So our asparagus and strawberry patch is a hot mess. I'll worry about that closer to winter. Alright, so in the garden, this area is looking really good. My foxglove is getting nice and big, so I'm happy about that. So that is where we had cantaloupes come up. I pulled a bunch of the cantaloupes and fed them to the chickens. We don't really like cantaloupe, so we let those grow up and just fed them to like the chickens and stuff. So over here, my elderberries are looking fabulous. This one right here is full of berries. Hopefully I can pick. And there's my other elderberry plant. Finally, that is looking good. I replanted it and it looked so poor for a long time. But now we actually have a lot of growth coming from the root system, which means it's finally established. And that's my yarrow. I did plant some okra about a week ago. So that has sprouted. I planted some corn, but that didn't ever come up. I don't know if the turkeys or the geese might actually ate it or not. But hopefully we have enough time for the okra to do something. We still have about 2 months to our frost date, and that's iffy. So eggplant's doing good. We've gotten a few off of that. Hard picked the poblano peppers the other day. That's all my wildflowers there that I planted. Shishito peppers I haven't done anything with. Banana peppers, I did pickle some, but I'm going to try to pickle some more. We had a jalapeno and a bell pepper. I went on and pulled those up because I didn't think that we would be able to get any more peppers off of those this year. So I kind of cleared that up. So that jungle right there is all watermelon and cucamelon and cucumber. And that actually reached all the way to the tomatoes, all the way out here. So I just kind of pushed everything back. And we got some good sized watermelons, as you can see. And cucumbers we just kind of let go. We really only need one cucumber plant, but we had like 30 come up from seed that we planted last year. So like the ones that fell and decayed and stuff, it came up from those seeds. And we didn't thin them or anything, so they kind of went crazy. Same with the watermelon. We didn't plant the watermelon, we didn't plant the cantaloupe, we let it all come back. My herb bed went a little weird. I think because we had such a weird season. It was hot, or it was dry, and then it was super wet. So everything kind of went a little leggy and weird and flowered out. So I do plan on replanting this. I'm actually going to move all of the tall herbs from this, so like the fennel, maybe the horehound, and put it out in that bed. Tomatoes, we've gotten tomatoes, we've put up tomatoes. Tomatoes were kind of a fail though. We tried this new system and we didn't actually take the time to do anything with it, so they just all grew on the ground. But next year's a new year, right? Alright, so this herb bed kind of went crazy as well. This had the borage and some mint and mugwort, and you can see that the mugwort has just kind of exploded. So I will move the mugwort and the borage out to the other bed come winter, so it can really grow and take over. Caleb's cotton is looking fabulous. We got some lovely blooms on it. I'm really excited about that. Caleb's peanuts are looking really good. I don't know much about peanuts, surprisingly, considering where I'm from, but they look good. Alright, so here's another tomato plant we tried to hoist up. It got too big for the cage. So tomatoes, like I said, kind of a fail this year, but we did get some from it. This bed, I planted a mixture of brown, yellow, and black mustard seeds that are starting to come up. And then on this half, I planted cabbage, which hasn't done anything. So I'm going to give it a little bit longer and then plant with something else. All of my sunflowers have been falling down. I've kind of piled up here so the birds can start getting to them. This is my beetroot that I'm going to be pulling up tomorrow. It's a couple of different varieties. The celeriac, and then we have some carrots that are still working on things. So this over here, this area and that area over there was a complete jungle. Up until a few days ago, we had a currant tomato in here that took over this whole area. I mean, all the way to like where I'm standing, you can see all the little tomatoes. So I pulled it up and fed it to the chickens. And that is kind of our compost bin. That's where we put our compost pile from last year into this bed. And we're going to add some more dirt into it, and it'll be nice for next year. But that is looking really good. So you can kind of see the jungle over there. That's how this whole corner was looking, was a jungle like this. So like I said, coming on the back side, we got tomatoes I need to get out here and pick. Sunflowers are tall, but even though our contraption was pretty with the fairy lights, it didn't work as well as we thought it would. So we're going to figure out something. But I'm going to get out here in a little bit and pick what tomatoes I can. And I need to do a hard purge. I also need to get that pot out because that pot is completely hidden. And that's my lemon balm and stuff that I like getting to. But yeah, I mean, we got good tomatoes. We'll do something different with our tomatoes next year, but yeah, so far so good. But like I said, I just wanted to give you a quick garden update because everything has kind of gone a little crazy and we're trying to get it back under control. So hopefully in another week or so, I'll be able to show you an update where everything looks a lot more cohesive and makes sense. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Okay, real quick, guys, I just pulled the lemon balm out, and look how good it looks. Like, for a while there, when it was so dry, it got really leggy and didn't look that good, but kind of being shaded by the tomatoes, look how huge and amazing it is. I did lose the lavender that was planted in here. But that is okay. I'm perfectly okay with this being a giant pot of lemon balm. So that is so exciting. All right, like I said, bye guys.